Check in with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy. She's live at Capitol Hill today. Alana, we hope you're soaking up the sun rays for us.
Oh, I am. And you can't make everyone happy, friends, but gosh, we get close on a day like today. Hundreds of trees in bloom, the cherry blossoms, as pretty as ever at the Utah State Capitol. Gosh, isn't it a sign of the season that we've changed? We're moving away from those winter conditions, and the type of spring snow I love, well, it's when the wind blows and these blossoms come off the trees a little bit. It is just a stunning day as temperatures have hit 90 in St. George, our first 90-degree day of the year. And in the north, we've been knocking on the door of 80. We've rang the doorbell, but we're sitting at 78. A little bit of cloud cover has moved in. Take a look at those temperatures. 78 right now in Salt Lake City. Just a light breeze. That southerly flow really aids in our temperatures climbing above average. Just to put things into perspective, 60 degrees is the average high in Salt Lake this time of year, and we're sitting at 78. Stunning. So gorgeous. And you look throughout the state, we've got a lot of 70s, upper 70s towards the Four Corners, 80s popping up near Green River, upper 70s in Cedar City, 90 in St. George, and I love the Wasatch Front. A day in Cache Valley with the upper 70s is a total win, but low 70s is just as nice. As we look at the 24-hour temperature change, it really shows how that high pressure ridge strengthened and allowed for numbers to kind of catapult a little bit. Gosh, we were almost double digits from where we were at this point yesterday in Salt Lake City, but across the board, we've been on the up and up with that ridge of high pressure just strengthening and bringing in the warmth. All right, we take that live view from Cherry Peak. Fittingly, as we stand among the cherry blossoms, we jump to northern Utah and check Cherry Peak. Looking down into the valley, you notice some haze. So I'd be hard pressed to find an issue with today, but if I had to, it would be the hazy conditions. Maybe you see them from the benches, or if you're out there. We do have elevated particulate matter. Air quality right now compromised in the moderate category for northern Utah, along the Wasatch Front, the northeastern portion of the state, and we have some areas where ozone levels, which we see as a chemical reaction that happens when we get that unfiltered sunshine, we're getting into that season, and we did see some elevated ozone, especially in portions of southern Utah. So air quality's moderate. It's not terrible. We do have unhealthy air popping up there in Duchesne County. That's no fun. As we look at our satellite radar, high pressure in control, and you can see that ridge throughout the west. It's not just us. We've seen this warmth through the desert southwest, and the ridge acts as a storm block, keeping us dry, not just today, but as we get through the close of the work week here. We know those changes are brewing, and they will eventually shift gears when it comes to the weather pattern. As we look at numbers for the next several hours, we'll be falling into the 60s with clear skies. ABC4 News at 10 will still be really mild and above where we typically are this time of year for the high. That's a little bananas. Let's jump down to southern Utah. That live view from our Black Desert Sky Cam will show off the south where we hit 92. Goodness gracious, the heat is on. First 90-degree day, that warmth is here. Average in St. George is 74, so we're well above where we typically are in the south as well. Okay. We'll go big picture because this will give you an idea of what's to come. Our upper level shows the high and how it dominates us. Now, this area of high pressure has a clockwise flow around it, and so you're going to notice it starts to slide east. Here we go. In the coming days, as we head into Saturday, the winds are going to increase. Gusty conditions ahead of a cold front. You see wet weather towards the Pacific Northwest. Now, most of the moisture is going to stay there, but the cold front is strong enough that it's going to sweep through the state. It's going to open the door for cooler air, and we're going to notice a big temperature drop Saturday into Sunday along the Wasatch Front. We'll also see those temperatures dipping in the south, but then high pressure returns, the ridge comes back, and we look at the potential of numbers jumping above average again. So a drier stretch here, which a lot of people are happy about. Record potential does hold into tomorrow, and you're going to see that for northern Utah as those temperatures expected to be in the low to mid 80s. All right, quick check on the regional forecast. We could go 84 tomorrow in Salt Lake, low 90s in St. George. We've got 80s and 70s on the eastern side of the state, upper 70s expected in Logan. Next 7 days in Washington County, dry. Temperatures stay above that high of 74, which is what we usually see, even with the cold front coming through. Here's the Wasatch Front. Winds whipping on Saturday. We'll still see the 70s, but then boom, we're back down to the upper 50s, fairly dry conditions, and then we get 70s into next week. Pleasant conditions out there, even with a front coming through. Let's check in with our very own Dana Green. I wish he was here with me, but he's covering something so much more important. Dana, over to you.